All right, family. We get paid to read these books. Formal education will pay you a living. The self-education will pay you a fortune. We read a new book every month to grow our optimism and our expectation. Expectation is the atmosphere for miracles. So we got to build, we work on this stuff to get some new ideas to build our belief and expectations every day. All right, let's get into it. Daymond John, The Power of Broke. I love the energy I'm getting from him. I love what he's talking about, his perspective on stuff, and he's giving us a lot of different examples of successful entrepreneurs. So over here, page 130, he starts talking about having a challenges, like he called the chapter what it is, like it is what it is. That's a little saying when people say, like basically something sucks, but I just got to deal with it. So in this chapter, he starts off talking about dyslexia, and he's dyslexic. He knows other people that's dyslexic, and he just had to live through it. There was a challenge he'd had. Then he brought it full circle, and he brought it back to business and having money. Listen to this. He says, the point is, there's always something standing in your way. For a lot of us, it's money. He preaching, people don't do nothing, talking about they don't have no money, and it don't even take money. It takes some creativity and imagination to get something started. Money ain't bad, but there's plenty of things you can do. Start with no money. Start with opening your mouth and talking. How's that? For a lot of us, it's money, but it doesn't end there. There's always a hassle, a struggle. If starting a business was easy, we'd all be moguls, right? If making a fortune and a name for ourselves was such a no-brainer, we'd all be rich and famous. If becoming the best in the world at what we do was a cakewalk, we'd all be Olympic gold medalists and best-selling authors and industry leaders. But that's just not how it goes. No, how it goes is that success finds us when we find a way to deal with the stuff that gets in our way. He preaching, you're going to miss it. We don't run from it. We don't ignore it. We power past it. Make the best of it. Look for other ways to make some noise of our own. Teammate, man, you can spend your whole life looking for a faster, quicker, easier way to do something. And in reality, the most challenging way to do something, it typically is the most rewarding way to do it. And the most, gives you the biggest return. Don't expect easy. I ain't even looking for easy. In fact, if it's easy, it's sleazy, and I'm staying away from easy. That's a mindset shift for a lot of people. All right. I grew up, everybody looking for a pie job. Everybody looking for something they could do and get paid without having to work. Like, oh my God, can we get away from that? All right, come on, next. Now he's talking about his clothing line, FUBU. He was making $200 million. Good, $200 million. Them numbers get me excited. $200 million. And this guy started Under Armour. They both got featured in the same movie, Any Given Sunday. FUBU and Under Armour. After the movie, Under Armour blew up. And years later, ended up doing $3 billion a year. And he said, what's the takeaway? Now listen to this, page 134. He said, over at FUBU, because after the movie, they got back to $200 million. In the meantime, this guy with Under Armour just kept on growing. Now that's his point. Over at FUBU, I guess we had gotten a little fat and lazy. The power of broke was no longer running through our veins. See, now he got $200 million coming in. He ain't broke no more. The power of broke is motivating. It can give you energy if you want to get up and get moving around here. The power of broke was no longer running through our veins. It was when we were just starting out. The urgency that we all felt back when we were broke the urgency we all felt back when we were broke, starting out, had gone away. Teammate, listen to this. You got to keep on focusing on building momentum, building momentum. Don't take a day off. Don't take a second off. Don't give up an inch. The momentum is fleeting, man. I've had momentum times when I've been seeing like it's business just coming in. We just wake up in the morning just to checks. And then when you don't have momentum, you ain't waking up with no checks. You waking up to everybody got a problem. So when you get some momentum, you better keep fighting and scratching and clawing to grow. So point 1 don't expect easy. Point 2 is you better keep that sense of urgency. All right, and point 3, last point. So here he is. He over here in the book, and he's talking about if you got a business in Shark Tank and people coming on the show and they're asking for money to grow their business. They need an infusion of cash to get to the next level. And in a lot of cases, the whole point of this book is the power of broke. They don't need no cash. The cash is going to be a distraction and get them investing in the wrong stuff. What they need to do in a lot of cases is keep working, streamline what they're doing, get better at what they are doing that don't even require no money. That is so good, because you can spend your whole life worrying about what you don't have. Can't afford this, can't do that, ain't got the money for the ticket, ain't got the money to buy this, ain't got the money to do that. And you looking at just totally paralyzed by what you don't have, and just surrounded by a sea of opportunity, and you completely miss it. Love this book. So the point he says, so people come in on the show and they are talking about what great experience they've had with with whatever product they're selling or whatever their business they're doing. And they missing, and this is the point, is they need to come on there and tell them, the people they're asking to invest in their business, hey, this is what's in it for you. So listen to this. What happens a lot of the time is that people let their desire run interference. Meaning they thinking about what they want. Their back is against the wall. They really need funding or resources or whatever it is, and they can only think about what's in it for them. That's a big mistake. When you're pitching, meaning you're out marketing your business, doing presentations, looking for people to join your team or buy whatever you're selling, you should never lose sight of the other person's needs. You should think what's in it for them and not what's in it for me. Every conversation got to be about what are your goals? How are you going to get there? This may help you get there sooner. Consider this. Have you thought about that? Let's try it from this point of view. Let me run this idea by you. And then you share what you would offer or recommend they do to get to where they want to go quicker, faster. Amen. Don't you just love this? Don't you just love this stuff? Oh my God, isn't it so much better than waking up, punching somebody else's clock, doing whatever task they got you doing to get a check every 2 weeks that ain't even gonna change your life? None. It's just gonna maintain the life that you ain't happy with. For all the entrepreneurs out there who want more, that's thinking big, this is for you. Love you guys. We'll run this play again tomorrow.